How about now? You can hear me. Yeah, you can hear me now. There it is. Oh, man, I had such a great opening statement, too. No, just kidding. It's so all this stuff just had to be moved to Charlotte for the game yesterday. And so we just flew back today and got it all set up, and I forgot one button. Unbelievable. So you guys can hear me now. Yeah, there it is. So does that mean you guys missed the whole song? The intro? Hopefully you heard the song, right? Or do I need to start over? Did you hear the song? Oh, man. What I said earlier was, though, welcome to the Six Man Show Postgame Live presented by Rock'em. Rock'em, presenting sponsor of the Six Man Show Postgame Live. We're glad to have them all season long. We'll talk more about them later, but the Magic win, 119. Oh, start over? What? Some of you say you heard the song. Some of you say you didn't. I don't. Okay, you want to start over? Fine, we're going to start over. Here we go. What's going on? Is that what you want? What's going on, Orlando Magic fans? Welcome to the Six Man Show Postgame Live presented by Rock'em. Take two. Boom. Welcome. Glad you guys are here. We're going to pretend like nothing ever happened. Magic win 119-109 in the nation's capital. In a game that just wasn't great again. Second night in a row. At least the first half especially. Not great for the Magic. But I don't care. I don't care. Your Orlando Magic are 11 games over 500 on March 6th. And not only that, they're going to be 11 games over 500 going into Madison Square Garden on Friday. Guys, we're going to talk about this game later, like Friday's game later, because Friday's game and the whole Friday night is huge. We're going to talk about that a lot later, I promise you. But yeah, Friday's going to be crazy. As for tonight, though, Magic win, second half, really, really good by a lot of counts. Paolo, Franz, terrific. Welcome. Part of this is I'm also really frazzled because, Jonathan, Luke, myself, we're on very little sleep. We all took the early flight out of Charlotte this morning. Jonathan, Luke, a little bit earlier than me. And so I'm a little bit, dazed and confused. It's been a pretty quick, 36 hours. But I'm glad to be home, glad to be back in the friendly confines of the Six Man Show Postgame Live studio. But glad you guys are here. Welcome. There's a ton of you here. 150 of you hanging out with us already. It's so crazy. Just think about this, guys. Like, this game tonight was against a 9-win basketball team on a Wednesday night. And yet, look how many of you are here right now. The tides are changing, folks. They're changing. And it is so fun to be a part of. It's so fun to witness. And it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. Welcome to Six Man Show Postgame Live presented by Rock'em. I'm producer Kevin. Glad you are here with us. This show is brought to you by Rock'em. Rock'em is the world's largest sock store. And hey, you know what? I'm going to show off the Play the Song socks. Look at these guys. We talked about it a little bit last night on the show. I got this pair right here to show off. These are wild, man. Play the Song. Rock'em loves the Magic. It's a Central Florida company based in Orlando. Tons of truly diehard Magic fans on their team there. And so we're pumped to be partnered with them all season long. Part of our partnership with them means that you can save 20% off your order at Rock'em.com by using the code MAGIC20 because that'll get you 20% off your order whether it's Magic socks or socks of some of your other favorite teams, socks or underwear for NFL, NHL, college sports as well. Lots of fun options there at rock'em.com. Just be sure you use that code MAGIC20. Guys, I just got to be honest with you. We are sitting at 8 super chats already. We're not even 8 minutes into the show, and we have 8 super chats we're going to get to. You guys are, and again, 8 super chats for a game against the Washington Wizards. This fan base is on fire right now, and I'm so pumped for it. Okay, let's hit through these super chats here. Ty, Mr. TV, says, oh man, when I messed it up earlier. Oh, this is so fun. Here we go. We're fixing everything today. Ty, Mr. TV says, the nips come out at night. Oh, a streaking we will go. Set your nips free. Orlando Magic. That is hilarious. If you're not familiar, first off, thank you for that super chat. If you're not familiar, there's a running gag here at the Six Man Show. Luke, one of the co-hosts of our podcast, says that every 5-game win streak, he's going to go shirtless. And so it happened earlier in the season. And it happened today. And of course, right now, as we speak, Jonathan and Luke are recording the next episode of the Six Man Show, which will go up, late tonight, early in the morning. And according to his rules, that means Luke will be shirtless. So, ready or not, here that comes. Sam says, play that song. Well, Sam. Okay. Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic, Orlando Magic, Orlando Magic. Watch out, beware. Gonna get ya. Love that. We'll always play this song after a nice W. Let's go. D. Randall says, tell Luke to get the nips ready. Michael Martin with a super chat as well. Thank you, Michael. Ty again says, is it me or is it getting kind of nippy in here? Shahin says, Suggs has ice in his veins. Cheers, everyone. Like the stream. Yes, please hit that like button if you're hanging out with us tonight. Shahin, you're so right, man. Jalen, golly. Jalen is... what's so crazy is, you're right. When the pressure's on, it just feels like he's at his best. Like, he loves this stuff. And I'm just trying to envision him in the playoffs, man. I cannot imagine what that's going to be like. Michael Martin with a super chat. He says, our Magic equal playoff team. Wizards are not one. No. Horrible basketball team over there in DC. Sam says, we hit 100 likes midstream last night. Do it again. That'd be sick if we can hit 100 likes. Armin, who was at the game tonight, I saw Armin get on his feet after, what was it? Oh, it was the Mo Wagner and one with 2 or 3 minutes left in the game. I saw him, a few rows up behind the Magic bench. One of our most loyal patrons and longest running patrons, Armin. Glad you got to enjoy a Magic victory in DC tonight. We have Yasashi says Magic should pick up Marquise Noel. I'm not sure. He was known as the magician for K-State. I remember who you're talking about. Yeah. Made the Elite 8 last year with the most assists in his final year. It's going to be interesting to see who the Magic look at in the draft, but I'm excited because it's March 6th, and I haven't looked at the draft class this year. Haven't looked at it. That's the status of Magic basketball. Ryan Singh says, watch out, beware. Gonna get ya. Love that. Guys, thank you so much for all those super chats. That is wild. That is crazy, man. Again, against a 9-win team, Magic fans showing out like this because there's something in the air, guys. It's just, we know what's happening here. We've been waiting for this. I know it's technically not a good win tonight, right? It's the Wizards, arguably the worst team in basketball. But a win is a win at this point. I truly don't care. I don't care if it took a 60-foot heave at the buzzer from half court from Goga to win this game. I don't care. I just don't care. I don't care if we had 30 turnovers in a lot. Okay, maybe I would care if we had 30 turnovers. But either way, a win is a win. You're 11 games over 500. I'm going to check some of these other scores right now because I know earlier the Cavs were losing. They're still losing. They're down 6 with just under 3 minutes to play. The Sixers are only up 5 with 7 minutes to play. By the time we get done with this show, who knows? By the time we get done with this show, we could be, what is that? That would be, math really fast, 3.5 games back of Cleveland. And a game and a half up on Philly. Like, a lot of things are possible here. We'll get to all that later, but I'm fired up. I hope you are too. All right, chat. It's your turn. Let's take a look here. Luis Rosario says, Cole with the block and steal all in one motion was nasty. That was crazy, man. Cole's so funny. Like, he is so capable of a highlight at any moment on either end of the floor. He's not considered like a super high-end defender, but he has his moments, man, where he's a great defender regardless of highlight plays. But then he also has crazy moments where he's got crazy blocks or strips or steals or whatever, man. Love Cole. He's feeling a lot better. Playing a lot better lately, I mean. And then Lewis also says, now it's off to Magical Square Garden to take on the Knicks. Guys, I cannot wait for Friday. I cannot wait for Friday. I'm gonna talk so much about Friday's game at the end of the show, man. Friday is the biggest night of Magic basketball in a long time, and I'm so fired up. Steven says, never a doubt. What a second half from our boys. I love this team. Thank you for winning on my birthday. Steven, happy birthday. Can we get happy birthdays in the chat for Steven? A very loyal listener of the show. Steven, happy birthday, man. I haven't even mentioned the fact that, the Magic were down 21. I know I said they played terrible, but down 21, you end up winning by 10, 31-point swing. It's crazy, though. Like, a team like Washington, that 21-point deficit, I mean, it's not ideal, but I was never sweating, Like, Washington has blown multiple 20-point leads this season. They're so streaky, and you just felt like they were going to come back down to earth from their strong shooting start. The Magic were going to eventually shoot better, and they were going to play better defense, and all those things happened in the second half. Doc 2 says, road win on a back-to-back is a great win no matter what us fans expect. 100%. 100% agree. Thanks, Praises says, hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. It's a family atmosphere over here. Facts. Thanks, Praises. And just, by the way, if you are new, welcome. We're the Six-Man Show. We put out podcasts every Monday and Thursday about our beloved Orlando Magic, and we have this post-game show live here on YouTube after each and every Orlando Magic game. So if you are new and you like Orlando Magic content, or maybe just general NBA content, why don't you hit that subscribe button and hang out with us the rest of the way, because I promise you guys, we are like 6 weeks away from the playoffs. It's only about to get wilder over here. I'm telling you. All right. So if you're just checking us out for the first time, subscribe for more, because there's a lot more coming here over the next several weeks. It's going to be wild. Janine says, how about the Inside the NBA crew singing our song last night? That was very funny. Shaq, Shaq's coming back around to the Magic, for better or worse. It's pretty cool. Brian says, play the song. Let's go. Ty says, streak. Love that. Rom says, what a Franz comeback. Yeah, Franz, a very rough game last night. Ends up with 28 tonight. He was really, really good. Jay says, more ugly and more gonna get ya. Nippy time. What a phrase. That's amazing. Jack says, Paolo with 10 of the team's 21 assists. Man, Paolo as a playmaker, good grief. Man. I mean, he's the thing that's crazy is, number one, he's 21 years old and he sees the court like that. Number two, he's only going to get better. Like he had last night, same thing, tonight, several pretty ill-advised turnovers. And over time, he's just going to get better. That stuff's going to get cleaned up. I mean, man, he's so good. He's so good. Rom also says, Paolo and Franz dominating. Great comeback from our bench, Mo and Cole. Yeah. I mean, Paolo and Franz combined for 53 of the team's 119. Not bad. Not bad at all. Diego says, Ice Mo. Let's go. I'm skipping ahead a little bit here because we're I'm still at the first start of the show. It's just pretty funny. Yeah, David says, talk about a comeback. Clement says, nice comeback. Free the nipples. Let's go. Luke says, Jalen Suggs, I love you. I mean, Jalen has established himself as the third member of this core. Like, far and away. Clear and away, if you ask me. Like, why not? Destined for greatness. I love this. Says, I wonder if Kuzma wishes he's playing in Orlando. Mr. Kuzma. What a clown that guy is, man. I enjoy beating him every single time. Every single time. There's Armin again, live from the game. Let's go. Love that. Nesto says, Franz showed up tonight. Yeah. Destined for greatness again, but the progression in Suggs' game is beautiful. Dude is an ice cold killer. It's facts, man. Facts. And here's everybody telling me they can't hear me. Tragedy struck. But then we started over. I'm skipping all these. Starting over. Longest minute of 2024. That's so funny. Oh, man. Here we go. Ace the baller, AB for MVP. Guys, we were saying for like over a month, free AB. And he's been freed. And look what he does, guys. Contributes on both ends of the floor. Like, think about where he was at Summer League offensively. And think about where he is now, less than a year later. Like, not even 9 months, like 8 months later. Man, it's crazy. Timo Hustle, I'm glad you said this. He says, tough schedule to close the year. Need to keep winning these easier games coming up. I'm glad you said this. For almost, I think it was probably 6 weeks or so, the Magic had the easiest schedule remaining, which is true. But because of this last 2 weeks, these games against, two against Detroit, or three, no, it's 3 against Detroit. However many against Detroit, had this Wizards one. We've got 2 more against the Hornets. We have now moved up. We now no longer have the easiest schedule remaining. And after tonight, it's going to go up even more. And, so all that to say, you're exactly right. April is very tough. April is tough for this team. March is a mixed bag. A lot of easy games here early. Then you have the 8-game home stretch to close out March, which is great. However, that's when you're playing teams like Golden State and the Clippers and a couple others. So yes, a lot more difficult games coming up. And so that is why nights like this are so important. Even though it's the second night of a back-to-back, you got to find a way. Got to find a way to do it, and they did. So give them credit for that. Dark Reaper says Suggs has been elite. Man, he's been so good. So good. Jacob says, biggest comeback win of the season. Play the song. Yeah, 21 points, man. Mango Man says, Magic have a better record than Suns, Kings, Mavs, Lakers, Warriors, Knicks, Sixers, and best of all, better than the dirty, stinking Miami Heat. Love that. Scott's Weekend Sports says, this team is so resilient. They just never give up. Never give up. Doesn't matter. They don't give up. Janine says, Nick's podcast talking about the Magic game is the toughest of their weekend and a must win. It's wild. I know I keep teasing this because I'm going to talk about this game later, but the fact that we are the Knicks Super Bowl basically right now is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Love it. Luke says, let's go Magic Maniacs. 165 of you are here right now live on YouTube. What a fun time. Dizzy, this is good. He says, when do we start the Mo Wagner for Sixth Man of the Year agenda? Look, I'm with it. Unfortunately, Mo Wagner plays for the Orlando Magic, and the Orlando Magic do not get the national recognition that they deserve. And so therefore, seems like a long shot. But hey, if it was up to me, he'd be in consideration. And you never know. Like I said, there's 5 weeks left of the regular season. You never know. Maybe they can put something together. Thanks, Brady says, when the socks come off, you know what's come off. Maybe, I don't know. Oh, man. Time Mr. TV says, super chat record. Yeah, we've got 12 already. 12 tonight. And we got 170 of you here. This number is still rising. Welcome to the show, guys. Those of you still tuning in or recapping Magic's big win in Washington. Second night of a back-to-back. This team, they've won 5 in a row. They've got their biggest game of the season coming up on Friday. And then Sunday, another big one. We'll talk about that one as well. I'm running out of adjectives for this team. It's amazing. Ryan Neal says, set my spirit free. Love that. Everett says, Joe Ingles is such a defensive liability at times. We need to play Chuma sometimes in those moments. Yes and no. Your first sentence is 100% correct. Joe Ingles is a defensive liability at times. You are not mistaken. That is a fact. But it's tough. Joe Ingles is so interesting to me because some nights he's so quiet. Like tonight. Plays 13 minutes. It's second night of a back-to-back. Okay, so take this with a grain of salt. 13 minutes, doesn't score, doesn't even get an assist. But last night, he goes out there and goes 8 assists and no turnovers. You know? Chuma has something to offer. I was impressed with some of Chuma's minutes, earlier this season when he was forced to play because of injuries. Chuma's not getting you 8 assists, no turnovers. It's not happening. They're two totally different players. And so you're right. Chuma is certainly better defensively, but what Joe Ingles has the potential to bring to this team offensively, pretty priceless. But I 100% see where you're coming from, though. Like, don't mishear me. I think it's totally a valid question to ask because, Joe Ingles on defense. Holy smokes. Yikes. Only Mello says, I missed the whole game. Someone tell me what happened. Okay, here's the 30-second recap of this game for you and for anyone else who missed this game. First half, one of the worst halves. Actually, let me back up. First quarter and a half, one of the worst first 18 minutes of the season for the Magic. Maybe the worst. Terrible. Wizards get out to a 21-point lead about midway through the second quarter. 21-point lead. Second half of the second quarter, Magic start to turn it around a little bit. They get it down to, 10 at the half, 11, something like that, 12. And then in the third quarter, Magic start getting into their rhythm. They end up taking the lead in the third quarter. And the fourth quarter was pretty much all Magic. Wizards made a couple tough shots, made it interesting, but let's see. Yeah, the second half, Magic won the third quarter 31-18, in the fourth quarter 35-26. So it was all Orlando in the second half. That's your quick recap. The other part of it is Powell and Franz just led this team all night long. They just put the team on their back, and it was awesome. It was awesome. Matt says 76ers might lose. Oh, they're losing with 2 minutes to go. Let's go. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that. Cavs officially lost. All right. We'll keep an eye on these things. Let's go, man. Let's go, Grizzlies. Wow. Okay. Grizzlies were trailing most of this game. It was always pretty close, but they were trailing this game. Okay. Keep going here in the chat. David says, I just lost it. There we go. David says, I just feel like we kind of expect to win games like this, and we shouldn't get all excited with the song. Save for the playoffs. Yes and no. Yes and no with you as well. You're right. At least me, I expected to win this game. Not just pregame. I expected to win this game even when we were down 21. Because I knew that this team doesn't give up, and the Wizards are the Wizards. But at this point, it's the song. It's just part of who we are. It's part of who we are now. Every win, whether it's a playoff win or a win against a 9-team Wizards, I think it warrants the song to me. Oh, yeah, Chris says, Powell in bully mode is so beautiful. It is, man. He is just, it's crazy. Michael Lynch says, it feels nice that I wasn't worried even when we were down big. I knew this team could pull it out. Hit the like maniacs. Yeah, please hit that like button if you're hanging out with us. Still 170 of you Magic maniacs here at 9:53 on a Wednesday night. You guys are wild. Again, after a game against a 9-win team. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, Destin for Greatness says that shot that Suggs hit in the third with the clock running out. Fire. Yeah, he had a couple crazy, late clock shots tonight. It was fun. Let's see here. Chris says, do we still want Tyus Jones? Nah. Tyus is still a good player. He did not have a good night, but that's a pretty good player. Oh, man. Toe Life says we definitely missed Wendell night. I agree. There were definitely stretches of that. But here's the thing, guys. What's kind of cool, blessing in disguise, you're able to sit J.I., Gary, and Wendell and still get a win. That means going into Friday, J.I., Gary, and Wendell, extra day of rest. Could be big. Could be big on Friday. We'll see. Thanks, Praise says, every win counts. Can I get a 4th seed? Let's go. Janine says, when the mainstream media finally catches up to what we Magic Maniacs already know, this team is something special. Love it. Love to see it. Oh, there we are. There's all the happy birthday Stevens. Man, I'm so behind, man. We're catching up. You guys are just been crazy in the chat. Love this. Yeah, Jonathan says, Ben Stiller tweeting out about the Magic. Isn't that crazy? That is so wild. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Jonathan says, Franz hitting threes bodes well for the upcoming game against the Knicks. Man. Guys, I'm already, we're 48 hours away, and I'm just so amped for Friday. I'm so amped. Good grief. D Saturday says Magic 52 wins over under. 52 would be crazy. 52 wins would be insane. 50 would be crazy. 52 might be insane. Let's see. This was game 61, right? Wait, no, sorry, 63. This was game 63. So that means there's 19 games left. To get to 52 wins, that means you have to go 15-4. No way. That would be crazy. 50 wins is crazy too. 11-6. That's insane. Yeah, but you never know. You never know. If we win Friday, win Sunday, anything's possible. Anything's possible. Doc says we have a lot of shooters. Shh, keep it a secret. Here's the thing. Rightfully so, the narrative around this team, both to some extent locally, but also certainly nationally, is we're a poor shooting team. And again, totally justified, rightfully so. But those that aren't paying attention are missing that February and here in March, we're a top 5 3-point shooting team right now. Again, I don't know after tonight, but coming into tonight, Magic were 3rd in 3-point shooting in February. We'll keep it a secret, though. We're going to keep it a secret because we might have a chance to sneak up on somebody in the playoffs. I'm just saying. Okay, I was going to wait and do this later, but I keep wanting to check this game. Okay. Oh gosh, Grizzlies are up 2 with 24 seconds to go. I might pull this up on my phone. This is lame, but whatever. I don't care. 49er Magic says, this is what good teams do. Play ugly, but still find a way to win. 49er Magic. I know another Magic fan, who is also a 49ers fan, which is I think it's such an interesting combination. There's probably not a ton of you. Maybe you're the same person. Maybe you're my friend. 180 of you, by the way. Come on now. You guys are crazy. 180 of you joining. If you're just checking us out, welcome to Six Man Show Postgame Live. We're recapping this game against the Wizards tonight. Yeah, chat's telling me about this Grizzlies game. I've got it pulled up here. You want some play-by-play action? Here we go. Grizzlies ball, 24.9 seconds left. They inbound the basketball and are quickly fouled in the backcourt with 22 seconds left. So they will be at the line to shoot 2 free throws. Who is that? Oh, that's freaking, what's his name? Oh, I'm choking. I forget it. I can't remember his name. Whatever. Luke Kennard. Okay. Michael Martin says, going to have to outplay Norman Powell of the Clippers. Guy is playing out of his mind. Isn't that crazy? That whole team is crazy. Soul Train says the stream will be wild if they keep winning. I'm just saying, man. Mango Man says, Ingles is a liability when Mojo isn't working. There's some merit to that. I don't think you're wrong. Joe Ingles' value certainly goes up when that is working. No doubt about that. Jonathan says, fun stat, Magic have 6 players averaging 38% plus from 3. If Powell continues to improve and Franz gets back on track, this team will be a huge problem. Love that. Michael says 2:55 a.m. Shout out to any of you across the pond over in Europe, wherever you are in the world, watching this at ungodly hours of the night or morning for you. That's awesome. Thanks for tuning in. Brian says, thank you for the recap. My wife and her coworkers broke their office desk and she asked me to fix it. That's funny. Hey, you got to do what you got to do, man. Love that. I've missed a couple super chats here while I was going through the chat. Let's see. Soul Train said, I'm so happy they made free throws. Facts, man. After last night and this recent stretch of free throw shooting, it was good to knock those down. And D. Randall said, this episode started like the Magic did tonight. Never forget Bell and Franz's warmth. We will never forget. We will never, ever forget. Oh, man. Okay. Some of you guys are just wild. Oh, gosh. That's funny. Thanks, Razor says, saw someone saying the media not shining light on Orlando might be the best thing for Powell's career. Keep the distractions aside and hoop. It's a fair point. That's a great point. That is a really great point. I've heard people say that before, and I think it's totally valid. Totally valid. Love that. All right. We are going to look at the box score, as we always do. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this because I really do want to look at scores around the league, the standings, and look ahead to Friday, because not only is Friday big for the Magic, Friday is just big in the NBA, and I'm going to tell you why later. Block for the Grizzlies. What did they call? Did they call a foul or no? I don't have audio. Okay, that's all right. We're going to move on to the box score here. Oh, goodness. Okay, Franz, we already talked about him. Terrific night for him. What a bounce back game for him. 28 points. Very efficient, 9 of 15 from the field. 7 of 8 from the free throw line, as well as 5 boards. Paolo, I mean, just a dog. 25 points, 10 of 20 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, 4 of 5 from the free throw line. Love it. Oh, by the way, we already talked about this earlier, but for those who are just joining us, 10 assists for Paolo tonight. The playmaking, elite from Paolo tonight. Elite. Goga came in to start for Wendell, who sat tonight. Ended up with 6 points and 8 boards. Okay, so it is... Okay, so they're challenging the call. Gotcha. Okay. Anthony Black started for Gary Harris tonight. 8 points for him. And Jalen Suggs, what a night for him. 19 points, 6 boards, 4 assists, 5 of 10 from 3, including several timely three-point shots for him. Mo Wagner with 16 was the other highlight there. Markelle with 6. Joe did not score. Caleb Houston did not score. And Cole Anthony had 11 and 7 boards. Love to see that. Looking at some of these team stats here. Wait, actually, I do want to look at, I was curious what Kuzma ended up with. 25 on 10 of 19. Man, you hate to see that. All right, team stats here. Yeah, Magic get crushed in that first half. Like we said, bounced back really nicely in the second half. Points in the paint, 56 for the Magic. I thought the Magic were going to score like 80 points in the paint after that early start, man. But that obviously did not happen. 21-point lead for the Wizards. Magic come back. 48 bench points for the Wizards. That's very surprising that the Magic got outscored by 15 on a bench. Now, to be fair, the starter versus bench unit was a little bit, different tonight because of the starters that we were missing. But and Jonathan Isaac being out. But still, that's wild to get outscored by 15. Washington with only 9 turnovers. Magic only forced 9 turnovers against the Wizards. That is wild. Magic turned the ball over 15 times, but Washington only scores 16 points off turnovers. Same thing happened last night. Magic turned the ball over a lot, but did a really good job of preventing points off turnovers. So credit to the Magic, I guess, for that. But 15 turnovers, you'd like to get that down a little bit. Okay, 17 seconds left in this game. Memphis has a 6-point lead. Barring a miracle, the Magic are going to extend their lead over the reeling 76ers. And yeah, Sixers missed that 3. Oh, they got a steal. And then an air ball. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Grizzlies are going to win the game. Sixers fall again. And obviously we'll check on the standings here in a little bit. Let's go. Let's freaking go, guys. Okay. That's a good segue into look at the scores around the league. And guys, scores around the league, and then we're going to talk about the days coming up here because they're big. Magic beat the Wizards by 10. That's awesome. Clippers are up on the Rockets. Bulls are up on the Jazz. Bucks Warriors is later. I'm going to talk about the Bucks here in a second. Some of y'all don't want to hear this, but I got something to say about the Bucks. And these are the ones that matter for the Magic. Hawks beat the Cavs. Grizzlies beat the Sixers. Looking at the standings right now, they're not going to be quite up to date yet because the Sixers, in a second, we should be 1.5 games up on the Sixers. We'll look at the standings here in a second. What I want to do is, I've been doing a little bit of work, guys. I prepared a little something for you. Okay, behold. Behold. I've got every game remaining this season for the Magic and the 6 teams that are around them. And so every night, we're going to look ahead to see what is ahead for the Magic and the teams around us. Right now, obviously the 2 games that happened tonight, Cavs lose, Sixers lose, Bucks play the Warriors here in a little bit. And again, hold on to that Bucks thought because I want to tell you something in a second. Tomorrow, Mavs play, the Heat play in Dallas. Dallas has failed us several times this year. We've had a couple games where we really could have used a Dallas win against like the Pacers or somebody else, and they choked. Come on, Dallas. Do us a favor tomorrow. You're at home. Beat the freaking Heat. Come on. And then you have the Pacers playing the Timberwolves. one of the best teams in the West. This could be a huge day tomorrow in the standings. You guys. Mr. Two First Name says Kevin no spreadsheet out here. Let's go. I do what I can, guys. Okay. But this is why Friday is crazy. Look at Friday, guys. Look at Friday. Magic at Knicks. Okay. Head-to-head matchups. Huge in this race. Heat play at OKC on the second night of a back-to-back. The Sixers play the Pelicans. The Bucks play in LA against the Lakers. And the Cavs play the Timberwolves. Do you guys see what could happen on Friday? Do you see the potential that sits there? It could be huge. It could be a one-game swing across the board. Friday is huge. It's huge. We don't know if Jalen Brunson's going to play. First off, Sam with the super chat says, sending a third super chat to appreciate the effort. Thank you, Sam. Appreciate that. Friday is huge, guys. Why is it huge? Because all of these are totally losable games. Heat will be an underdog in OKC on the second night of back-to-back. Sixers will be an underdog at home against the Pelicans, more than likely, depending on who might be hurt for the Pelicans. Depending on Brunson, if Brunson's out, the Magic might be favorites at MSG. The Bucks will be favored against the Lakers, but that's still a game that could be lost. Could be lost. All right, I'm going to end the stream right there. Bye. Could be lost. And then the Timberwolves will probably be favored in Cleveland. All losable games. You add to that tonight's game, tomorrow's game, Miami in Dallas, and Indiana playing against Minnesota. All of these games could be L's. You could totally convince me that all those games could be L's. And so if the Magic can win on Friday, that is a full game gained on all of those. Isn't that crazy? Now, I wanted to talk about the Bucks, okay? Because some of you are going to look at the standings, which here, I'll pull them back up. Some of you are going to look at the standings and go, Magic, 4.5 games back in Milwaukee. That's a lot. And you're right, it is. Okay, this is updated now. We're now 1.5 games up on Philly. 4.5 games is a lot. It is a lot. You're right. But here's the deal. The last week of the season, I'm just going to pull it up so you guys can see it. The last week of the season, do you know what happens? Not one, but 2 games against Milwaukee. There's a long way to go. But if the Magic are within 2 games of Milwaukee going into the last week, anything is possible. Because you would control your own destiny right there. If you could find a way. Is it likely? No, it's not. It's totally unlikely, completely unlikely. I'm not sitting here telling you, oh, I think it's going to happen. It's not a prediction. It's not anything. I'm just saying I'm keeping them in this spreadsheet as long as it is possible. And right now it's possible. You know, like I said, they're only, what did I just say? 4.5 games back. That could go away like that. It could go away like that. So anyway, one more look at this. This is why I was so pumped, because these next 48 hours, good grief. It could literally decide the season. And then looking ahead, I mean, there's a lot of tough games for some of our opponents. But anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm so pumped for this weekend. Friday first, then Sunday's game against the Pacers will be gigantic. Okay, first off, let me hit, you guys with the super chats tonight. I cannot say thank you enough. Like, that is crazy. We've had 18 super chats, by far a record for this show. You guys are wild. Thank you so much for this, guys. This is great. This is crazy. Shahin is one of those. He says, last rally for 100 likes. I'm currently seeing 95. If you are here right now, which there's still over 160 of you here, you guys are crazy. If you have not hit that like button, please hit the like button. Just one time, boom, hit it. It'll be over with. It'll help us out a lot. Luke says they also could be wind. Thank you for the spreadsheet. No problem. D. Randall said, can't let Sam outdo me with 3 super chats. Sam says, Bucks have the 3rd hardest remaining schedule. That's what I'm saying. They're currently out west right now. Warriors tonight, Lakers Friday, Clippers Sunday, I believe. It's a lot of tough games. Now, credit to them. They're playing some great basketball right now. But I'm just saying, they're still within striking distance, if you ask me. Thank you guys so much for the love. We'll definitely hit up that that spreadsheet at the end of every show. That's what we're doing. We're locked in. It's a new segment. We're doing it all the way to the end. Yeah, so crazy. All right, this is what you need to know. Actually, there's 160 of you here. I want to ask first off, thank you for the likes. We're over 100 now. Thank you guys. That's amazing. I have one more thing I want to ask of chat, okay? We're debating, I don't know how many of you have done a playback with us before. It's a live, basically digital, like virtual watch party type thing where you can watch, different content creators react to games and stuff. I'm thinking about us doing a playback on Friday for this Knicks game. Like, let me know in the chat if you guys would join us for that. If you guys would watch us, like have basically a second screen, like you're watching the Magic game on TV or however you usually watch it, and then you'd also pull us up on your phone or your computer or iPad or whatever as we react to the game. Because Friday's game is just so big. I think it'd be so fun to do that, react to the game, react to the other scores of those games that I just showed you. So chat, please let me know. We're thinking about it. We haven't done one in a while. They've had mixed reviews, right? It's tough because, they don't have rights to the NBA game, so we can't show the game, so you still have to watch it on your own. But all right, several of you are saying yes. I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to have to do it. It's the biggest regular season Magic game in a while. And so I think we'll have to do it. Okay, a lot of people saying yes, we'll do it. All right, mark it down. I don't know if, Jonathan, Luke, and I talked briefly about it. I don't know what their schedule is like. I'll at least do it. And then maybe Jonathan or Luke might hang out for part of it. All right, we're committing to it. It's happening. It is happening. Playback Friday. So here's what you need to know. Right now, Jonathan, Luke recording an episode of the Six Man Show. That'll be up, like I said, either midnight or so, maybe a little later. You can tune in that tomorrow. Obviously, get their reaction. Luke will be shirtless. 5-game win streak. It's the way it goes. So yeah, you'll definitely want to tune into that, or maybe just listen. If you don't want to see that, just listen to the podcast. All right. So that's happening Thursday. Friday, huge game in New York. Magic, Knicks. We'll do a playback of that. Follow us on socials. We'll tweet all that stuff out. And then, of course, obviously, we'll be here after that for the postgame show. Guys, thank you so much for tonight. This has been crazy. Again, it's just so crazy. This is a game against a 9-win team, and you guys show up like this. We're just getting started, guys. The real season is right around the corner. We are 19 games away from the playoffs. I cannot be more excited. 5-game win streak. Re-rolling. We're going to New York on Friday. It's going to be fun. We'll be here after that. Have a great Thursday, guys. Until then, let's go Magic.